Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, the Lighthouse Effect Healing. My name is Levante, and I am one of your beautiful light workers here on YouTube that utilizes this channel to talk all things tarot and oracle. I sprinkle in a few readings here or there whenever I feel called to. Just to kind of tap into the energy for the collective. So whomever can benefit from the reading, that's who I intend for this message to reach out to or get to. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things that YouTube and we ask for you to do. It definitely helps the evolution of the channel. It helps also to get the message to the person that the message is intended for whenever I do a few readings on here. So now that that is out of the way, I wanted to today tap into the energy for the collective and just kind of see what comes up in today's message. I did feel called or led to do this reading today, so I wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way. And let me just say that readings here are typically short, right? Short, sweet, to the point. And it's just something to carry with you throughout your day or throughout your week or whatever, to help you in some way, shape, form, or fashion for your highest and greatest good. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling from, I'm going to pull one card from the Earth Song Oracle, and this is going to give us the theme of the reading or what the energy of the reading will be about. And then I'm also going to pull from Earth Woman Tarot, which both of these decks are by Tarn, Ellis. And then we're going to wrap up the reading with just a couple of words. I'm going to pull from the Sovereign Oracle and give a couple of words of wisdom and encouragement to kind of wrap up the reading. So if this is why you are here, please stick around for a very intentional message from Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so let's get started. And I've already pre-shuffled the deck, so we don't have to worry about that. But we're going to go ahead and get the theme. Let's get the theme of the message for today. What does Spirit have for us today? What would you like to relay? All right. Okay, so we have well. We have well. And here it says we're tapping into that well energy, communication, empathy, intelligence. Use your emotional intelligence to enhance your communication skills. So maybe there's some of us who at this current time are having a go of it. Maybe our emotions are all over the place. Maybe we're just overwhelmed or perhaps even a bit frustrated. Maybe there is a lot going on, which in turn is not coming across well in our communication. Maybe there's something in us that perhaps we're just not effectively communicating. And so we need to kind of get our emotions in check, right? So that's pretty much what I'm getting from this in a nutshell before we pull from our tarot cards and get some clarifiers. But use your emotional intelligence to enhance your communication skills, right? So once we get our emotions, I feel like somewhat in order or get more of a handle or of a control over our emotions, I think then we can become effective communicators. Let's identify our feelings, right? There is a feeling wheel that I like to use when I do a lot of grief and bereavement counseling and guiding, that can help you to identify what exactly it is you're feeling. A lot of times, a lot of us don't even understand or don't even know how to identify what we're feeling. We don't even know what it is that we're feeling. We a lot of times kind of sum it up into either I'm happy or I'm mad, or I'm okay but I'm angry, or I'm angry, or I'm upset, or today I'm just meh, right? But let's really utilize our identification skills, and let's really be intentional with acknowledging exactly what it is that we feel, and in turn that will help us to get our emotions together, control them a little bit more. Not to say don't feel them. We want you to feel whatever emotion it is that you are feeling, but once you can identify that and recognize it, acknowledge it, then we can effectively communicate that. So let's see what the cards have for us as it pertains to communication, right? Intelligence, emotions. What's the energy of this here? Oh, this one would go down. We have the sun. The sun. Okay. So for me, what I'm getting here is validation of once we can identify and get those emotions in order, then and I acknowledge those emotions, recognize those emotions, then we can effectively communicate. And I think that will in turn bring us to our authentic self. This will in turn bring us to that happiness and that joy that we are looking for, or we are hopeful for. And maybe perhaps this is the ultimate goal, right? The sun card is about joy. It's about happiness. It's about living and walking in our true, authentic self confidently. And in order to do that, well, my dear, we need to effectively communicate. We need to say how we feel and honor. That's how we live in our authenticity, our truest authenticity, and our truest self is by just saying what we feel. So maybe there's some things that you are harboring. Maybe even with this empathy here on this whale card, maybe we're holding back some of that empathy, and maybe we need to be a little bit more vulnerable and not just communicate effectively to others, but also active listening and receiving, right? Empathy is a part of active listening. When someone is coming to you about what they are going through, it's about putting yourself in their shoes and identifying with what they feel in that moment, right? Looking at someone else and seeing yourself in them with whatever situation they have come to you with. So I don't know if there's something going on where there's some miscommunication between perhaps you and someone else, or there's a breakdown and words have gotten misconstrued. But in order to honor your truest self and your for your own benefit and your own happiness and joy, right? Let's apply that empathy. And it works both ways. If you would like someone else to be empathetic towards you and where you're going through at this time in your life, let's honor that and let's bring that back. But it's about, the energy is about getting to a place of peace, a place of radiance. And in order to get there, we've got some honoring of our feelings and communication that we may need to do. So let's look at our focus. Let's look at our focus here. What should we focus on at this time as it pertains to this message? Okay. The Hierophant. Okay, y'all. We have two major cards already. The Hierophant is, for me, is about taking the time to, I would like to say, it has this energy of maybe not doing things the way that we are used to doing them. I don't know if maybe you were taught or somehow guided, or somehow you just learned over time to suppress your emotions, or maybe you didn't learn active listening growing up. Maybe that just was not a part of your family household, and it just wasn't the norm, right? So maybe focusing on getting out of what you normally do and what you typically do, and trying something differently. Let's focus on even asking for guidance from people, right? Those that I don't want to say experts, but for lack of a better word, experts. Let's talk to some people who can guide you and who can understand, exactly the type of guidance that you need and the type of assistance and help that you need when it comes to your emotions. That could be counselor, a therapist. It could be, a preacher or a pastor, or, even an elder. Just someone who can understand exactly, how to help you to navigate through this current time of maybe trying to get your emotions together, and kind of helping you establish emotional stability and some emotional intelligence. So let's focus on guidance. Let's focus on maybe not doing what we used to do or normally do. We got to try something different in order to get a different result. Okay. So what is there a challenge here? Let's see if we have a challenge or an obstacle. I mean, we may not have a challenge or an obstacle, but you never know. Let's see what this does not want to go back in here. Let's look at what obstacle in this situation is coming up. Let's see. Two of Wands. You got to be a little bit more open to, possibilities, right? Maybe right now you're not seeing opportunities and the possibilities of where this could take you. Maybe you're so overwhelmed and so bogged down by your emotions and not being able to identify them. Maybe you're just in a whirlwind right now, or your emotions are all over the place, which is what it seems like. It's like you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to, you've got to be a little bit more open to receiving guidance. Let's see. And maybe you're having a hard time even like planning or prepping or getting ready, or just moving about, getting to the next step, right? So maybe your emotions are just, I don't know, I feel confusion right now. I don't know why, but I'm getting this feeling of I'm kind of wrapped up in my emotions, and I'm really not seeing any hope or any empowering light, anything. And it's causing me to not be able to, I'm just all over the place. I'm not able to kind of structure my day, or I'm not able to just kind of put one foot in front of the other. So it's time to put one foot in front of the other. Take it step by step. Don't look at it on a massive global kind of a scale of everything that's going on. And I also feel like there's a lot that you're juggling. Perhaps there's a lot going on, and it's causing you to be emotionally burdened, and that in turn is also causing you to just kind of like, you're chaotic in a way. There's someone out there perhaps that's a little bit chaotic and is not able to see the good and the possibilities that are in front of them, because we're so focused on the turmoil and this hurricane of emotions that we're going through, or this whirlwind of our day-to-day lives. Maybe it's even because of the world, what's going on in the world, what's going on in our country. But it starts with preparation, and it starts with planning and organization and structure. And once you do that, then, you know, things will start, you'll start to see some peaks and some light coming through at the end of the tunnel, okay? So let's see what advice we have. What advice does Spirit have for us right now? And maybe even ask, I don't know what I'm saying, but start asking for the help that you need, which is taking me right back to this Hierophant card. But we've got to ask for whatever it is that we need, which to me is also a part of this whole communication thing. Closed mouth don't get fed, right? Squeaky wheel gets the oil. Start asking instead of being so withdrawn and almost secluding yourself. It's not time for that. It's time to step out into the world and to see the help that's right in front of you. You have help in front of you, and perhaps you're just not utilizing it, or because you're so caught up in what's going on around you, all the chaos and the turmoil that's going on around you. For some reason, you're ignoring it. You're not seeing it. But it's just, you know, ask for some help. You know, look for guidance. And maybe they can help you plan. What's the advice that we have? Page of Swords. So there's, you know, I feel like there's some truth in this. It's like, oh my God, I stumbled across this reading on this YouTube channel, and there's clarity here. And to me, the Page of Swords with the advice is saying, be direct. Be direct. Ask for exactly what it is that you are looking for. Be curious about life again, right? It's time to make moves. It's time to verbally put out there exactly what you need. Not necessarily always just about asking, but there's someone out there that also needs to put it out into the universe. And it's time to walk into your truth. I feel like there's some hurt, there's some disappointment, there's some overwhelmed, there's someone that's burdened out there, and they are not speaking on that. And it's time for you to speak on that and get honest about what you're going through and how life is going for you right now. And then also get back curious about life. I feel like right now you're just kind of in a mid kind of a mind frame, but get curious about life again. You know, start to put yourself out there and see what comes. Allow yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable. See what comes. And I think once you just start to speak up for yourself and just be in your truth, everybody goes through something at some point. But whatever this is that you are going through, it needs to be heard. Maybe there's somebody that's going through the same exact things that you're going through and you don't even know it. And they could benefit from just hearing your story. So speak your truth. Live in it. Embrace it. And ask for the help that you need. And this is all steps that you're going to take to getting right back to who you are. Get back, man. I just see you, you know, back in the sun and, you know, feeling the warmth of love and embrace all over again by getting back to exactly who you are and honoring who you are and living in your truth and being confident that you're protected, you're loved, and you will be well taken care of. You will be well taken care of, but there's no sense in submerging yourself in all this all of this emotional turmoil. I just see you bogged down and almost like hiding from the world, but you need to be back out. Step back out into the world and let your voice be heard. Live in your truth. I'm not able to, you know, right now I'm struggling with whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just say it. Let's pull a couple of words. I'm going to probably pull about 3 words of wisdom and encouragement. This is coming from the Sovereign Oracle here. All right. We have birth. agreement. And one more, reflection. So birth, find your sacred creative womb space, whether it's time, tools, or literal space. Seek the appropriate midwife. I'm a doula, so that's funny. Trust the process. All will be revealed in due time. And for agreement, we have take joy in defining roles and responsibilities. A clear guideline is required to maintain the relationship. Deliver on promises and reset expectations where necessary. And for reflection, take the time for deep thoughts. Notice the ripples you create. Softly mirror your truth to the world as you discover it. I'm going to leave you with that. Take what resonates, collective, and then leave what does not. This message will not be for everyone, but if it's for you, you'll know it's for you. Like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the YouTube things. And as always, stay safe and blessed. Bye-bye.